Like, my nightmare would be like a table in perspective with a bunch of hats on it falling over. Like, that would just be the worst week of my life. Hi, my name is Brent Knoll, and I'm the lead prop designer for Rick and Morty. We got some spaceships, and anything that has to move that's not a character. So like a spaceship or a vehicle or even like food or even just a magazine the character holds. The biggest and most important prop in Rick and Morty is the UFO, which is Rick's spaceship. Originally, we had decided that Rick was gonna make a lot of stuff out of garbage, which is why there are the 2 trash cans on the side that actually power the thing.
What do you think of this flying vehicle, Morty? I built it out of stuff I found in the garage. Yeah, Rick, it's great.
Usually we get a script first. There's a description of a device. At that point, I might do some initial sketches and submit them to the art director. The art director will then choose his favorites, and then that will go to Justin. When you submit like 10 designs, they'll always pick the most intense ones.
I mean, usually like here's 10 choices and it's like, oh, this one's great, done.
And sometimes Justin has really specific notes on certain props.
You're right. It's mostly props. Props get the most notes from me, I think. The kid in me is sort of thinking about like what would be something if I was a kid that I would f***ing want to be a toy.
I consider what I do and the type of artist I am to be more like an engineer. So I like very rigid things that have solid construction, that have hinges. So things that are really difficult for me are like cakes exploding or like clothes folding, or like that ends up being the most punishing. Sometimes we also do very simple and silly things like the plumbus.
Plumbuses. Everyone has a plumbus in their home.
Dan O'Connor sketched out this kind of gross device that you couldn't really tell exactly what it was, but it looked really phallic.
You know, really, like the plumbus, the design of that is actually, it's based on a banjo. The front of the plumbus is like those bristles. That's like inspired by Jeff Goldblum's hairs in the back of his back in The Fly, and then the top is just like genitalia, because everything has to have genitalia.
The plumbus was one take. It came out perfect the first time, like all good props.
I always wondered how plumbuses got made.
The prop team is incredible. I mean, those guys are pretty much capable of just about anything.
Favorite part of the job has got to be just drawing spaceships. Like that's my reason to live, and it's always the most rewarding. And then typically like everything explodes in Rick and Morty, so finally like destroying your own creation. So that's my super fun life.